It is week 3 at the house, and guess what? We're still working on projects from week 1 and 2. Yay!
We were overly ambitious.
Yeah, so we're back in the living room again, and we are still painting and doing baseboards.
Number 4.
Yeah, we're still doing baseboards and painting, which is a blast. We never finished it. It's tough because Bailey and I both work day jobs, so we've got nights and weekends basically to do stuff, and there's so many projects to do that we kind of bounce around and start on one and finish another, and then kind of half finish one and then move on to something else. So yeah, so tonight we're gonna keep working on this room. We're gonna work on it until we can't work no more, and then we're gonna work a little bit more, and then we're gonna go to bed. So let's do it. This chop saw is badass. I recommend that you get one. If you don't have a chop saw, you can do this without it, but for baseboard moldings and stuff, or any kind of angular cuts, having a chop saw like this is awesome. You just get the clean, your clean miter cuts in any direction that you want, and it's just the best. So what I'm gonna do is I'm making this this miter for the corners for the baseboard. So this will be like this. I'll miter this one so that I have a nice 45. The other way you can do these things is you can scribe them. You could take like a little scribe tool or a compass or something, and you can actually scribe the cuts so that, and then you can make with a jigsaw. If you don't have one of these, if you don't have a chop saw, you can use a jigsaw and you can kind of miter these or trace them out. So basically, I would leave this one as is, and then use my jigsaw. I would cut this line and follow the contours like that. That's another way to do it if you don't have a chop saw, but I like this way because it's fast, it's clean, you get nice clean corners. All is right in the world. So I'm gonna finish this one up right now and get to installing them. So here's a potentially big problem that we have upcoming. It's this giant pine tree. It's huge. And not only is it huge, but it's also pretty much right on top of my house. So my house is right there, and the base of the tree is right there. So the roots and stuff are growing outward like they always do, and those roots are going up underneath this, which is kind of an added on porch. I think that the roots are growing up into the slab and causing some upheaval in the foundation over here. So that's never a good thing. So I'm going to most likely have to remove this tree, which is unfortunate because where the sun kind of is for most of the day is over that way. It rises, across from the east and comes over the top of the house, and then kind of, oh wait, sorry. It starts over there. I'm drunk. Not really. It starts over there in the east, kind of rises up in the morning, gets over, and then goes over to the front of the house in the afternoon. And this actually creates a lot of shade for this part of the house, which I think is why the porch is one of the cooler areas of the house a lot of the time. So I hate to lose it, but it's dangerous to be this close to the house. It can cause a lot of problems, both from the roots growing up underneath the house and also from the branches overhanging the house. So if we ever get a storm or something, any of those big branches come down, it could take out, this whole section of the house. So I was up there, I was up on the roof a little while ago, trimming back a lot of the smaller stuff. I need to get up there with a chainsaw and kind of take out some of the bigger stuff, but I'm trimming out some of the smaller stuff right now just to get it out of the way. And some of it was these branches here, these lower branches, the wind was blowing and just rattling across the windows when the wind blew, and I was afraid that we catch a big wind and one of those branches is going to go through. You can see how overgrown this tree is. These branches are touching the ground almost all the way out and around. All this area is all overgrown, so I'm going to be tearing all of this out. You can really see the state of the house from this side. You take a look at this, and this is just the old paint on some of the house, and then you look here and this paint is just kind of coming off, and this wood you can see has been weathered for a long time, just in the direct sun and water and moisture and all that stuff. So that stuff's in pretty bad shape. This whole side is kind of like that. It's pretty rough. I mean, you can really see it along these windows, which these windows aren't too good either. So It's another thing, another potentially big expense, which not really looking forward to, but it's a necessary repair that needs to be done, necessary improvement. So what are you gonna do? Look, there's actually a fence and space down there. Can you believe it? I trimmed back a whole bunch of that tree, and finally the tree branches aren't dragging on the ground anymore, and I've kind of just cut it back quite a bit so you can actually get up underneath it. I got rid of some of the stuff already, but get rid of some of the other stuff that's on the ground, and clean up some of this other overgrown stuff, and this is almost a semi-usable space. So figure out what we're going to do over here. I'm not sure yet, but at least got some of that tree trimmed back so it's not hitting the windows and all that kind of stuff. So I feel accomplished. I feel a little accomplished. We are finally nearly finished with the living room. It's taken longer than we thought, but we're almost done. We're not quite done, and I won't say we're done for good, but we are done for the moment-ish, I would say. We've got a few more accessories to add. We're waiting on a rug to come in that we're gonna put in underneath the table. And we're gonna do some curtains and some stuff for the bay window over there. But other than that, I mean, we're pretty much there. And so it's good to kind of have one project, one room basically knocked off the list for now. Now it's time to move on to something else. That's it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, please, please, please hit that like button down below. And also, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the show so far. Let me know what else you'd like to see, what you'd like to see more of, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate you guys' feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you next week.